All right, y'all, part 5 on aliens, light, God, projection, our reality, new heaven and earth, these things, okay? So the better you can step back and look at the big picture, the better you're going to understand these things, okay? Because we're going into a positive and a negative. And as these positive and negatives are coming to create that universal Big Bang, right? That Big Bang takes out the old, but it also gives life to the new. And as a book is being taken and is being taken in such a way and presented in such a way and brainwashed in such a way to where people can't understand. Okay, so the box, the ox, that confinement that they keep you in, such as through denominations or street corners and buildings and walls and these things that keep us all divided, all these candlesticks divided. There's something I heard, this baptism thing going on Pentecost. Baptism, the one doctrine we can all agree on or whatever, right? So it's just a bunch of division. It's a bunch of tribes separated. All right, and that tribe is for that tribulation and where they come for their battles and all these things, the religious people, because Jesus comes to warn them that these things are coming, but a lot of people aren't listening to the Spirit inside them, they're listening to the world stage out there, all right? So there's so many elements going on, but as Jesus is inside of us, okay, there's a light inside of us where it says we can do all things. In Christ, we can do all things. Well, Jesus taught we are all the Christ. We are all that living God. We are all the sons of God, just as much as He is. The Father is in I, and I in the Father. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's right now. It's not when you die. Hell is not when you die. It is right here, right now. Hell is when you're in the confinements of men, when they have your light outside of there. They've taken your key. You're in bondage. And there's a physical bondage and there's a spiritual bondage. The Old Testament is physical bondage. That's where we see slavery. It's where we see, hey, if you're not like us, we're going to kill you. Racism, division, hate. The new, we see the spiritual bond. Women can't speak. Women have no rights. Women are the slaves to men. And that's a feminine aspect. The feminine aspect is a slave to the masculine. Some of y'all need to think about, I'm just thinking real quick, but when you're, a lot of you men, all right, my wife has bought me, I shouldn't say, the wife has bought me one shirt in my life from the first birthday that we were together, whatever. It's actually almost this color, but that's the only shirt she's ever bought me. When your wife goes out and shops for you, that's that so-called feminine spirit buying you clothes that masculine spirit would never buy. Okay? So most so-called men don't know how to dress, or they don't have that flair or whatever, right? So you're trannies without being trannies. That's just the basic gist of it, okay? So if your wife is buying your shirts and your clothes and those types of things, you are a male tranny, because you would never buy those clothes yourself. If you went to the store, you would never pick out the same shit your wife picks up. Just something for y'all to think of, dude. So this is where you get that single eye. If I want something, I'm going to go pick it out. If I want a shirt, all the crazy shirts I wear or whatever, I picked that shit out. I used to go to the girls section and buy the crazy pants because I needed the pants. And I didn't want to spend $800 for Prada or Dolce & Gabbana or whatever was going on back then. Okay, so I saw, well, the law says in order for me to dress this way, I got to go spend $800, $500 or whatever, right? Well, to operate under the law like Jesus did, I'm going to go into the woman's section. I'm going to buy the cheetah print pants from there. I'm going to get the orange leather, the red leather, the black leather, the silver, shiny silver or whatever, right? And then one friends, they got the silver pants to be like me. Friends bleach their hair to be like me. It's just, we can see how one light is being projected. Light, it's fine you want to do this, and it's fine you don't want to do this. I didn't get mad at my friends for not wearing the silver pants. I did not. You see what I'm saying? So, the King Spirit, Elvis, he's being shown through it. First off, he's bringing in a new heaven and a new earth. So he's bringing in a new time because they didn't have that shit beforehand in the old one, right? There's nothing new under the sun. We used to have a form of entertainment before, like the theater. We went from this theater to that theater to this TV to that TV to this whatever to that entertainment, right? So instead of that Hollywood, we're gonna have Hollywood at home where people are gonna film themselves or whatever kind of thing. That's where we get the OnlyFans and whatever, right? That's just not for sex or whatever. That's just for you to go and start the new heaven and earth, and for you to start. You've been taught these things and shown these things. We were given the camera when we were 14, 15 years old when those little beta cameras or whatever came out, and we had a chance to go film ourselves and do some goofy shit in our rooms, right? So we can see in different ways how everything is being taken, and we can see like the Taylor. We can go from like, and things are working in a positive, negative, and like where Elvis, the perfect entertainer and good voice, he brought everything to the show, right? We can see that light dividing through the kings and queens after that to where you got like Taylor Swift now, who's a fucking joke, where it's just like this girl who was entertaining at the mall got out of hand, right? So we can kind of see where that person who is just pure shit has that shit has been pressed into a fucking diamond. Okay, so that's where we're going. Where every fucking needle is turned into or every haystack is turned into a needle, but it's kind of in an opposite way. But you got to be, instead of the haystack, you got to be the needle in the haystack, not part of the haystack being turned into the needle, if you can understand all that. But that's the ins and outs. So as masculine has one, as feminine has the other, all right? They need each other. And as one can do this, one can do that. There's no rules or reasons, okay? But we just need to understand how the light for the world stage, that colony, those clones, those drones, we are human liquid metal machines. We have the iron, we have the light, we have all that stuff inside of us. So this is just a liquid metal machine. We're being turned into the Tin Man. But the Tin Man's heart is being held out here. So as that Tin Man needs that oil to stay lubricated and all those other things, and that lube works in a couple different ways and a couple different areas for those 66 or sick. But we can see how Elvis, he brought, now check this out though, but Elvis, he brought us to where we can do all things, right? But what else did Elvis do on live TV? According to the world stage, he brought that. He did that polio. So this is where he's doing all things. He's showing you, hey, they're giving you a test. They gave you the positive first. Then they gave you the negative. But the bell worship. Now get this. The bell worship, the church, that's Satan's music. Don't listen to it. But the bell worship, ding ding, your appointment for your polio is ready. They're worshiping that. The church and the hospital, all that shit is all intermingled. It's all part of the beast. And as the beast is being taken out, that beast system, that old tree that is not part of it is to come, but is part of that twisty ties, and the left and right pieces are tied around the beast's neck, and they're gonna fucking hang him up. This is where the Lord, the second coming of the Lord, Satan, he tells you to be left and right. Positive and negative. He don't want you to be in the gray area. If you're in the gray area, you got the fucking light. You're in the middle. You're in the single eye. You're in the Jesus zone. So that projection is being shown to you in one way. And as that brainwashing is being shown you, hey, it's giving me life by telling me that Julia Childs gets her cookware from Sears, because I didn't know about Sears beforehand.
Oh, this is a beautiful dish I made. You just put it in the oven for the... I gotta think Safeway. Safeway's where I got these beautiful black and white gray dishes that I'm showing you here, and we'll get the color in a few years, but either way, it's a beautiful casserole.
So, well, thank you, Julia. I did not know about the Safeway that opened up. Or I did not know about Safeway or whatever, because I'm too busy fucking working for that man over there trying to give me life. So this is just a new concept, a new form. And that's why they got rid of cannabis and opium dens and this type of spiritual medication, whatever. And then they brought us into the alcohol and those types of things, because one takes you from being home, being a God this way, to being out there where you have to search it out there. And then they make laws based on this shit that gets you all fucked up and does different things. And either way, it's the test of the light. So they're taking these things and saying, oh, it's bad. But they're giving you alcohol. They're giving you this, that, and the other. And it's not that tobacco's bad. It's not that coffee's bad or what. It's the one they're fucking giving you for free. The one they're promoting that's bad. You got to buy the right tobacco. You got to get the organic tobacco that's dried a certain way. You got to get the coffee that's grown organically, or that's not sprayed with this fucking caffeine or oily shit. Whatever's going on with the coffee, dude. Like once you get tuned in and you drink some coffee or alcohol or whatever, it gives you clear indications what these things are doing. They do not operate all the same. All right? So, just, if you got to look back from the big picture, you see the projection, the heaven and earth, where we're going to see the heaven opened up. We can see a man across the world. We can see Elvis singing with the girls in Hawaii and whatever, right? Where it's being opened up. It's going from one, and then you get the live Honolulu concert. All these things are going together, right? And then you got the live here to the live. You got the Israel to the Israel, where the light, where the begotten sons. We're following this man, that woman, this woman, whatever. Where all the lights being gathered up. Okay? So you either get it or you don't. But that's the way it is.